My name is Jen Weaver. I'm 22 years old, and I've been traveling for the last 2 weeks or so with a group called Humanitours, led by Sun Michael Pham. We've been traveling from north down to South Vietnam, visiting some orphanages and donating some items as we travel. Now the group is about to go home, but I'm going to stay for another month to work at the Govap Orphanage, it's an orphanage for some of the more disabled orphans in the Saigon area. My mother and my father are on the trip, but my father has been good friends with Sun for a long time. He and Sun know each other through Rotary, and that's why my father was originally going to go on this trip, and I heard about it and had always wanted to work in an orphanage, so I was lucky enough to be allowed to come along with him. We brought a lot of clothing and some dental supplies and also some books and some school supplies because they have an English teaching program here. And to some of the other orphanages, we brought some medical supplies. The first room that we went into had a lot of the sick babies. Some of the babies were up to maybe 5 or 6 years old, but they looked like they were under 1 just because they had been malnourished or were born far too premature. We blew some bubbles for them, which they seemed to like. And a lot of the babies had hydrocephalus, which meant that their head had fluid in it and their brains had been damaged by all of the pressure. And so there really wasn't a lot of hope for them to recover ever. But the staff there just was doing a wonderful job making their lives as comfortable as possible for as long as possible. Well, I'll be here for another month after the group leaves, and I'll be living with the vice director of the orphanage, and I'll just be helping out in the room with the babies. They have a lot of babies, over 50 or 60, and 2 people each shift to work on it. So really, one thing we can do is just sort of give them a break and make sure that the babies get enough contact. And at this point, there isn't a lot of hope for them to grow to adulthood or to ever have a very normal life. So the best thing to do is just to help them be as comfortable as possible for as long as possible.